Honorable Chair, one of the problems I've noticed is duplications. State House does a lot of things which are good. And under normal circumstances, nationally, they are supposed to be financed and facilitated. My biggest cry is on duplications. And this duplication, Honorable Chair, has rendered very many ministries powerless and weak to execute their duties.
By the time the president creates units that are maybe related with other ministries, that means that he's feeling there is a gap. Or maybe he wants to supplement on one or the other. I don't call it duplication, sir. Thank you.
At all times to the presidency in order to facilitate effective and efficient performance of its constitutional and administrative responsibilities. And strategic objectives: 1, to develop, maintain and engage State House assets and amenities. 2, to ensure security and welfare of the President, Vice President, the First Lady, their immediate families and their guests. And 3, provide overall leadership of the state and ensure that national goals are in line with the Constitution and party manifesto. And lastly, to strengthen the institutional capacity to enable the provision of adequate logistical and technical support for the efficient operations of the presidency. I thank you, Honorable Chair. I now invite the State House Controller to take us through.
Thank you so much for handling the affairs of the president very, very well. Mostly in the last elections, I think you're proud of the performance that came out, really. It does not go without praise. Thanking you for your contribution as far as the budget allocations are concerned, as far as campaigning here and there, we're seeing you. Thank you so much. Without delaying you, I will ask our planner to take us through the report, and then thereafter we shall come in the reactions. Thank you so much.
Come again?
We are moving at a very terrific speed.
Is it very fast?
Makes scrutiny very hard. Yeah.
You want us to go slow?
Yeah, it is necessary, Chair.
We may not finish. We have 4 other institutions to do. We need to be very fast.
That's a considerate request, okay. Chair.
Just try to be brief.
Honorable Chair, I was attentive on this particular BFP. When you look at the agricultural supplies and services here, that is 22400. Honorable Chair, one of the problems I've noticed is duplications. State House does a lot of things which are good. And under normal circumstances, nationally, they are supposed to be financed and facilitated. My biggest cry is on duplications. And this duplication, Honorable Chair, has rendered very many ministries powerless and weak to execute their duties. You find activities that should be handled by other particular sectors, which is well facilitated with ministers and everything, is pushed under State House, making State House overloaded with a lot of work. And yet their work would have been very simple, and supervision of the country would be very good for State House. For example, when you look at agriculture, the proposed allocation to item 224003, agricultural supplies and services, is 7.8 billion. 7.8 billion. Now, we have Ministry of Agriculture. Why would this go to Ministry of Agriculture? This particular budget here. Honorable Chair, I want to request the State House Controller and the Honorable Minister here that it is advisory to really relinquish certain departments so that we avoid duplications.
I really think this is not it, because by the time the president creates units that are maybe related with other ministries, that means that he's feeling there is a gap. Or maybe he wants to supplement on one or the other. I don't call it duplication, sir. Thank you. But that shall be supplemented by the departmental heads here, because they know the value they are adding to this country from those very units.
I have a comments on the issue of the industrial hubs. Actually, we are extremely very grateful that the capacity of the youths are being built, and that means we are reducing the rates of the vulnerability in the community and the rates of violence, and young people get into prison because they acquire skills for them to be self-reliant. The only challenge we realize is that the intakes, the number of the youths being taken are very few. Especially from the district, you find we have only 6 youths from the districts. And the district, like for example, Agago, we have 26 administrative units. It's so big. And there are only 6 people being taken for the training. So you can imagine the number of the youths we have in the district there. So is my humble appeal whether these financial years are going to increase the numbers or intakes of the young people for the training.
Industrial hubs, I think the general issue here was on increment of hubs into the country, and the president has really captured this along his campaign trail, where everybody really was raising it because of the demand of this youth. So I think he has taken it up and he's going to put it up as a directive to make us manage in terms of the budget, because we don't have money as far as this budget we went through is concerned. But he's going to take us to cabinet, and then we are going to maybe give funds to increase the hubs. He had suggested 17 hubs, more 17 hubs in the country. And I think the selection of where they shall be shall relate with the biggest regions. As our colleague said, there are some regions with so many administrative units, so we shall distribute according to those regions.
I've given you money. We don't disturb you. People are castigating this man of anti-corruption. What do you want this anti-corruption man to do? The corruption which has hit everywhere. You are castigating Dr. Namara for nothing. They are castigating you for nothing. You don't have, unless if it is just done holistically and everyone. Because corruption is even here in Parliament, everywhere. So I don't know. I wish you all the best. It's a ritual. We give you money. You continue and then go. But on this, what is it called? This one which you are giving for youth, the skilling. I think maybe as members of Parliament, apart from His Excellency who goes, because when His Excellency is visiting to monitor this, of course you guys, you stage manage, you stage people. I think we need to do a thorough research. Have we gained? How many youth have gained in this? So that you ask for more. I know we want it. We want it because it is the trend. There are many people who want jobs. So if you put something, they will definitely come. But how many are you taking, say, per session? Nobody has ever known. You don't give us the report. I've not seen the report. How many do you take per region?
Back to the hub. In my district, I come from Chikove district, and I have heard from also my other fellow members. This hub should be involving particularly us as politicians for you to bring out a good job. In Chikove, I think I have met about, because I tried during at the peak of the politics, I tried to meet some of these children who have benefited from the hub. I met a few. But I got to understand that the people that you send down to to vet the students that you take to the hub. Number one, they are not politicians. Number two, they are again into corruption. I have met, if they say we want about 20 from Chikuwe, the people that you send on ground, I don't know how they duplicate these national IDs. You'll find Chikuwe will get 5 if they have asked for 20. The other 15, there's a way they will duplicate their IDs and they will come from Hoima City or from other districts. And when the results come out, they count them like they've come from Chikuwe. But if you come to a member of parliament, or the chairperson Women's League, or the chairperson Women's Council, these are people who will get you the proper students, who will vet, and who will fill it down on ground. So I'm asking you kindly that the anti-corruption or the monitoring team try to monitor if each district is really getting students to take to the hub, and how many are they. We don't want it to be like the other time I was complaining about the Ministry of Bunyoro. You'll find the minister has taken staff, they are distributing, you're at parliament, you're just seeing it on social media. You cannot report back.
And then at the same time, I also want to find out whether the young people who have been equipped and their capacity built, whether you have any other part of the program, whether involving them into SACCO, giving them some startup kits for them to be able to utilize the knowledge they have effectively. I think that is what I want to find out in regard to that.
You were asking about the circles. Because of the request of kits, startup kits from our beneficiaries, we decided not to dictate for them on what to buy for them. We decided to put money in circles so that at least the beneficiary can first go study the market, come and pick money that they think can help them start up a small business. So this money was released this last quarter, whereby we gave 50 million per district or per administrative unit anyway, not district, to the circles of the beneficiaries. We are handling the exercise of streamlining how to pay.
I have printer, good machines. When I look at this budget line, 30 billion for printer, it exceeds logic. I am wondering whether you're also constructing the house. Then you put the printer. It is big. We have machines that can last as long as what is stated, like Heidenberg, this cutting machine. These are machines that can take even 50 years. I accept, I agree. We have offset machines that can take some time, so long as you service them well. It takes some time. But there are others that cannot last that long. I don't know whether you were speaking about the year they were made, manufactured, or the year they bought them. I was failing to understand that. But the major issue is, yes, 30 billion is quite huge for printing. If maybe you have stipulated the budgetary line that we want to buy this machine, buy this machine, buy this machine. I have an equipment which is less than 300 million, but I do everything. I take contract, I do a lot of things, but when you talk of 30 billion, it is exceeding. That's my submission, Honourable Chair.
Thank you, Honorable. Those are some of the concerns on this paper. Yes.
Some comment on one or two items. One of them is Nali, whether there is any contributions from other MDS towards Nali. Especially, for example, if Ministry of Defense is sending their people for training, or Ministry of Local Government sending staff for training, is there any contributions to support Nali, and maybe you can comment on that. Then, secondly, is the issue of salary enhancement for RDCs. Is it part of, because I've seen that there is some bit of improvement on the proposed budget allocations. RDCs now considered for that enhancement, because they are doing a great job down there, although some of them tend to be partisan sometimes and taking sides. But me, I decided to, when I came out of that election, having observed what was happening, but since by the grace of the heavens I won, I decided to pay those who somehow didn't support me with the highest currency called love. So that's why I don't want much, but maybe they should be, the issue is they should maybe transfer some of them. It helps, because it's not good to keep looking at some of them when you know this person really. So I think when, Madam, you need to just transfer them also, reshuffle, at least for people to forget, and a bit far from the regions where they were operating, because some of them really scratched other people, although they tended to pretend and what, and sometimes calls would come from Kampala to them. So you sympathize with them, because if a higher person calls you, you really have nothing to do. But again, if there's overwhelming support, their hands also get tied. They say, the man has won, what can we do? So, but let's enhance their salaries. Maybe that also will help them from other people's influence. But maybe when you're indoctrinating them, they should really get to know the interests of the state. And by the state, we are talking about the president, number one. Any other person under that.
According to the Guardian, they must have been really injured by the RDC.
This is an issue regarding, I am begging you members. They are over now. Okay, Guardian.